Duncan Djilali.
Duncan Djilali, fighting out of Prime MMA. I think they're situated in Dunstable.
Is that your way? Is that your neck of the woods?
That is in my neck of the woods. He's trained with Tom Creasy, who's familiar to the show, and Sam Creasy, who now fought in Cage Warriors. Does have very good training partners. I do expect big things from him.
Prime MMA, a really good team. Always brings some great fighters, well-rounded guys. And we've seen Duncan fight before, and he's a very, very skilled fighter. But he's got his hands full. I think he's got his hands full with Munesh, who took this title fight on a bit of a last-minute swap and change. So he got pushed up the bill.
Yeah, Munesh was supposed to be our fourth bout of the evening to fight Kane Thomas from 10th Planet. We're not sure what happened there, but he did then move up and now is facing Duncan in actually a lighter weight bout. Munesh was supposed to be fighting at a 66 kilo bout. This is a 61 kilo bout.
Crowd is going wild for Duncan.
And his opponent into the blue corner, Munesh
Modhvadia fighting on a fourth dimension. His teammate Thor just fought, sadly lost, but we expect big things from Munesh. Maybe redeeming his teammate tonight and going to the bantamweight world title here at Battle Arena.
This is a world title at 61 kilos. Isn't it? The little pocket rocket fighting machines, the little killers, the little destroyers. This is at Battle Arena. This is Battle Arena. Champions will collide. We've got 6 title fights on this card. We've already had 4, and every one has been epic. Really, really epic. So we've got 2 more. But how will this go? Will this be another one? Can we expect 6 amazing title fights, or will this be the snooze fest?
Will there be one that's snooze fest? I don't think so, honestly. These guys give it their all when it comes to, especially title fights. They seem to take it up an edge and take it up a notch, and then just, I don't know, they go to the next level.
And please, if you want to know my fight of the night, knockout of the night, then check out the Slap Head and the Giraffe podcast. The Slap Head and the Giraffe podcast. We've had a few Battle Arena ex-fighters on, Sam Creasy, Steve Brinkman. We need to get you on at some point, Marty.
Oh, you do?
When you're more famous. But
well, I've won the world jiu-jitsu.
I'm just joking. You're welcome anytime.
Now, this fight is brought to you by Viking Warrior Nutrition. Get your Viking on, put on that Viking helmet, grow your beard, get that Viking nutrition, get big, strong muscles.
Go pillaging, find some wenches.
Now, see, Munesh has Andre Winner in his corner, and Munesh is bigger than the guys. Now, do you think having these guys in your corner is a bit intimidating?
It is, and Duncan's only got one cornerman, which is like sometimes you have that coach that does everything, or sometimes it's good to have a team.
Weighing 64 kilograms, fights out of Prime MMA, Duncan Djilali. And his opponent fighter in the blue corner, weighing 66.3 kilograms, fights out of 4th dimension, Munesh Modhvadia. And the judge and the judge.
Munesh Modhvadia being the fan favorite. Munesh being in the black trunks and Duncan being in the yellow and black trunks.
This is for the world title, the 61 kg world title. Is that Conor McGregor's weight, 61?
60. No, that's below.
Wow.
Oh, big kick to start.
Munesh coming out with a power kick. Did he hurt him?
Yeah.
Duncan's in trouble. Duncan's backing up. Munesh is coming out so powerful. Can Duncan survive this flurry? Munesh has got so much power in that left kick. I hate fighting southpaws. Everything's coming from the left. You're so used to things coming from the right, and that left high kick is pounding away.
It just came out of nowhere, and it stunned Duncan early, but Duncan's kind of recovered now, getting into the fight.
We know Duncan's experience. He trains with high-level guys. He will be able to weather this storm, and he's switching it up now, trying to get a takedown, getting Munesh working hard, and maybe Munesh is coming out too strong, and it's going to exhaust him.
as I've said before, Munesh was supposed to fight at a higher weight this evening. How he's fighting now at a lower weight tonight against Duncan. Will that give him an advantage? Is the question, or will it make him burn out quick?
I mean, he does look slightly bigger of the two fighters, but we know Duncan's very experienced. Munesh has come out a little bit. You know, he took this fight last minute. He wasn't supposed to be the title fight. And maybe he came out a little bit like a less experienced fighter and blew his gas tank just a touch early.
Yeah, you never know when it goes into the championship rounds. It might show an edge that Duncan, has prepared for a title fight, and whereas Munesh might not have. Oh, a nice uppercut there from Munesh. It's very good striking from both fighters here. A nice head kick there from Duncan.
Duncan has just been missing just a millimetre off with a couple of shots that would have been huge. Munesh has got nice little head movement, and being a southpaw, it's so frustrating to fight. He's circling the right way. Tried to catch the kick and counter. Munesh in the transitions lands quite big shots, whereas Duncan is just looking to survive. Oh, great right hand by Duncan. Right hand. Duncan's finding his range now. Oh,
Munesh
looking for the trip.
Going for the takedown. Ooh. Nice head kick there, thrown blocked by Duncan.
Got to give Munesh some credit for those kicks.
Duncan anticipated that shot there and defended nicely. Duncan looked very relaxed, which is nice to see.
Yeah, very calm and confident. You know, he's had a few fights. He's got some experience. He's trying it. They're fighting for that big belt. Doesn't want to blow his tank too early. Just picking his shots on the outside. And that straight right through the middle is working. Usually the southpaw, it's the straight left that gets through, but he's making that straight right down the middle work really well. Yeah,
when you have this sort of matchup, southpaw against orthodox, that power hand is always the one that you can't see. So for the orthodox fighter, the right hand is very quick in southpaw's eyes, and vice versa.
And you get used to circling the wrong way, so sometimes you circle towards they call it the straight down the pipe shot. It's usually the left-handed guys that make it work really well. But
so quick start there from Munesh. Duncan came back there and landed some nice shots. Very hard round to judge, I think, to be honest. However, for now, I don't know how these guys fare on the ground. But I'd like to see some more standing, and maybe Duncan fainting for more takedowns. Get Munesh worrying about it, and then landing that nice big right head kick at the end of it.
Munesh's kicks are working really well, but they're quite energy intensive. He loads up on them. So a lot of the start of the round was kind of backing off towards the end of the round. I think as his cardio starts to suffer. Will Munesh be getting expert advice from Andre Winner? Will that make the difference in this second round?
Both fighters look ready.
If you want to know my fight of the night, performance of the night, check out the Slap in the Draft podcast. Search from iTunes. I am the Giraffe.
Nice right hand again by Duncan, and a nice left head kick there by Munesh. I like to see Munesh use his left hand a bit more, to be honest. Nice use of leg kicks there. Yeah, that's also another difficult thing with the southpaw and orthodox fighters. The leg kicks, usually you're aiming for the outside, but now you're aiming for the inside of the leg, which I think, in my opinion, doesn't have as much of an effect.
Yeah, I think so, I agree. But it can be quite good for trips. Get the guy off balance and then throw some counter punches. Depends how you're using it.
Now, see, Duncan's coming into these kind of combinations, and his hands are a little bit low. I'd like to see Munesh, step him back and then just throwing up that head kick as Duncan throws the right hand.
Munesh just loves that left kick. He's got some flexible hips, just whips that kick up.
And they're really quick, especially for someone who fights at a weight class above usually.
I'm very impressed by Duncan's composure. He's not getting drawn into a brawl. He's not overcommitting to any of his shots. He knows it's a 5-round fight. And a great takedown. Really timed that well.
That was good timing there from Duncan. No, he wasn't side control. He's kind of got Munesh managed to get a knee in. I'd like to see Duncan pass.
I'm not sure who I give the advantage to in these grappling exchanges, but Munesh was right by his corner getting some expert advice.
Duncan trying to go for a guillotine there now. Munesh defended successfully by fighting the hands.
Great leg kick again from Duncan. Munesh really commits to every punch, and even his jab is like a power jab. It's almost like a Thai style, he just pure power in every shot.
You see Munesh's left hand, it's thrown like a half overhand right, and
great
half overhand left, and like half straight. I'd love to pick either, either a big overhand or a big straight, rather than half and half.
Oh, Duncan went for a hip throw, didn't quite get it. Munesh is kind of shaking his head, and there's a little bit of psychology going on, but I don't think Duncan's affected by it, and I think Duncan knows that he's landing a little bit more than Munesh now. Those left hooks are getting through, those little boxing combinations are getting through. Duncan has impressed me.
Yeah, Duncan is putting on an impressive performance here now. Throwing some nice right hands.
Oh, left hook on the chin. Did he tag him? Munesh shot for the first time, and I think it's because he got tagged by that left hook on the chin.
Nice takedown defense there by Duncan.
This is what you do. We've seen this so much earlier tonight. The guy tags him and wrestles. You've hurt him. Why are you going to the ground? Stay on your feet. Land more of those hooks. Just like that. Still not overcommitting.
It was a good second round there now. Active from both fighters. Duncan landed more. So even if he hadn't won this previous round, this is definitely his round.
Munesh came out strong at the start of the round. Those big leg kicks. He was a lot more active at the start of the round, but the judges quite often are a bit more influenced by the end of the round. They want to know who's winning at the end, and that was Duncan landing those punching combinations, those left hooks to the head. It's the hooks just seem to be getting through. Munesh is covering up fairly well. He blocks most of them, but the occasional one sneaking through and doing damage. And I think Munesh is possibly just not as good cardiovascular-wise.
Yeah, I'd like to see Munesh a bit more active. He slowed down towards the end of that second round. Maybe it's the pace that Duncan is putting on. And lower weight guys tend to put on a bigger pace. This, as I said at the start of the fight, is that going to be a big factor in this fight, especially when we go past this round.
Will Munesh come out with big left kicks again? I'll put money on it. No, wrestling, mixing things up.
Munesh trying to threaten with the takedown. Nicely defended by Duncan. I wonder if it's part of his strategy now to fake with a couple of takedowns and then go for that big head kick.
Well, maybe Munesh's corner has called. He's been outstruck, caught on the chin. Maybe Munesh's corner has called for him to take this fight to the ground.
Duncan getting another takedown.
Great takedown. Munesh shaking his head. Doesn't really affect the fight, that. Oh, great passing as well. Holding that leg, working around the butterfly hook.
Doesn't seem to be, Munesh doesn't seem to be too impressed by that takedown, as shaking his head, and he's kind of got Duncan in his guard now. Getting a bit of ground and pounding. He left that leg down, which is, I wonder why he did so.
Munesh's grappling looks a bit sketchy, to be honest. There's like there's some fundamental mistakes going on. I'm surprised his corner was so desperate for him to get a takedown.
He left his shin open.
Is he under the chin? He doesn't have the hooks in.
Duncan might be underneath. Oh, he's under the chin.
That's deep under the chin.
The finish has happened there now by Duncan.
We have a new bantamweight world champion, Duncan Djilali.
Good, a very impressive performance there by Duncan. And he should be proud of himself. He went up against a heavier guy, performed well.
And all credit to Munesh. He stepped up the card, jumped up a much more difficult opponent, did his thing. Wow. That's 5 great title fights we've had on this show. 5 on one show. This crowd is having such a treat. We've got one more fight tonight.
I mean, for 30,
will it be as good?
£30 a ticket, they have got some very good fights this evening. We've got 60 fights already, and today's been impressive, every single one of them.
And the rest of the year, we've got shows in Oxford, we've got shows in Leicester, Birmingham. Come on down, come and watch a Battle Arena show in person. It's so good. I can't describe to you how good these shows are. And Battle Arena has established itself as the Europe's #1 amateur promotion. We have the best referees, the best officials, the best sponsors. Everyone's so good.
So after 1 minute and 15 seconds of the third round, we have your winner by a rear naked choke for the 5-star. In the red corner, and new Battle Arena World Heavyweight Champion, Duncan Djilali. And please make some noise for your runner-up, Munesh, and you. Duncan, you're going to have a champion first blood. So, world heavyweight champion. You never even changed what you expected, and the bantamweight champion. But you stepped up, took the heavyweight fight, and now took the heavyweight out. How you feeling? Yeah, definitely. First round was the same before this interview. I was a tough first round. The third round, head kick. Looked like you were rocked quite a bit, and then obviously you had to fight through that. So, tough first round, and then second round, started to get back into it, started to get a little bit more confident, started throwing all the strikes. Now some good hands, that's what you've been working on in time.
Yeah, I've been with my hands. I've always been with my hands. It's the best hands around. We work hard all the time. We've all got on my phone and we've got there's been a piece in everything. And now it's starting to really get good things now.
Well, you should definitely believe it, especially now you're wearing that belt on your shoulder. Ladies and gents, let's hear it one more time for your new Battle Arena Heavyweight World Champion, Duncan Djilali.